Welcome into the Extra Point. I'm Jim Funderburg, brought to you today by Tompkinson BMW over in Fort Wayne, home of the ultimate driving machine. Coach Redhead, Friday night, man, I know you never, if you can't put it in the win column, you can't be 100% happy, but boy, that was the closest thing that we've had all year.
Yeah, we're still moving forward. We're getting better, and that's at least something that we can look at and say, okay, we're moving in the right direction. Kids played tough. We made a lot of mistakes, but towards the end there, we switched up the O-line, got better protection, and we're able to execute.
You had a situation last week when we talked, you said, hey, this is a team we match up a little bit better against in Wasion. I think if you talk to most of the folks around Bryan going into Friday night's game, they were still waiting for that 61-0 game that they had a year ago. I think you hit her more close to being on the head and right in that ball game. We looked like we matched up pretty well against those guys.
Yeah, we did, and that's been a focus point of us. When I came in, even when I interviewed, I said, we're going to go to beat that team to the east. I don't even say the name. It's the team to the east to me. And I didn't like 61-0. That's just that should never happen. And we went out, and I reminded the kids of that, and to play hard and to play with some emotion, and they did. So.
Towards the beginning of the game, it looked an awful lot like the same old stuff. You said you made some adjustments then in the second half, and then all of a sudden towards the end of the ball game, it looked like Bryan High School football again, because it didn't seem like there was enough time on the clock, but all of a sudden at the end, it looked like there was just plenty to get it done.
Yeah, the big thing is the kids kept believing, and they kept executing the things that we were calling. Receivers did a great job, Josh Jones and, the Peters boy, Drew's just doing a great job, and those two got us down there, and they scored each once, and it came down to that extra point, and that really wasn't on the kicker. That was on two of the linemen that one let them leak and the other one didn't go out, and we had a guy in a position he hadn't played, and did the best he could, but like I said, it's unfortunate, but in that game, kids got caught up too much in watching it instead of doing what they're supposed to do.
Was that ball tipped at the end? We couldn't see it from
No.
where we were. It was just pulled totally to the left.
No, right guard, right tackle let some leakage through, and it looked like he leaned off to his left a little bit, seeing the pressure coming, and that just pulled it just enough.
Yeah. And you know what? That's the one thing that I've been impressed with Josh all year long, his ability to hit that extra point and the leg. I mean, the one before he kicked out of the stands, he kicked it over the fence, and it was sitting out in the street. So again, a lot of pressure on a guy when the game's on the line at the very end, and things have to really go your way most of the time for those guys to be able to execute at that time.
Yeah, and like I said, I put that on the protection. I don't ever put it on, that wasn't him, and I grabbed him and afterwards, and then told him, that's not on you, boy.
Yeah.
Not at all, and he got us there, and he got us in that
did.
position. So, it's sometimes the ball, we haven't had it bounce our way, this season yet, and we're looking for it too, and we got to make our own luck. That's the big thing. We can't just wait for it. We got to make our own luck and execute better.
Was there a time at all on the sideline when you thought about going for two and trying to win that thing before it was over?
I did. We had to burn our last time out. I didn't think we could get them out there. Plus, I liked this in overtime. With the momentum we had, with our power game, especially when we jump on our goal line set, I liked us down there, and I thought we could have done well with that. We just didn't get the opportunity.
Yeah. That's always that tough call right at the end. If you do it this way and it doesn't work, then you're always second guessing yourself about why you didn't do this, and vice versa all the time. So it's just best when it works at the very end, and when it giving us an opportunity, because I agree, I think the momentum had turned our way in that ball game.
Yeah, I liked us better in overtime, and I thought we could have got them because they were reeling, and they were in disarray, and like I said, that's why I played for overtime instead of the win.
Yeah. Defensively, what'd you like against Wasion last week?
Well, we gang tackled.
Yeah.
We ran to the football, and other than when they had one drive, that was it, and they broke one long one, and then other than that, we shut them down all night, and we didn't have great field position. They kept pinning us deep, but we played. The kids kept believing, played hard, tackled well. Like I said, other than a couple plays, we did real well.
Yeah. Looks like your quarterback and a couple of your receivers found a little chemistry on Friday night too.
Yeah, they're starting to come together, and like I said, this kid's played 3 varsity games, and last year was playing freshman, and it's a heck of a lot faster on Friday nights, and he's developing, and he's coming along, and it's getting better.
No doubt about it. Well, tough loss in the books. We're going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll talk about the Archibald game here on the Extra Point. Coach, another game. This time you get to come back home, which has got to be a plus, I would think, and an Archbold team that, again, to me looks like you match up pretty well against this Friday night too.
Yeah, we do. You know, they're a lot like us. You know, they're not. You know, they throw the ball a little bit and they run it a little bit, and you know, but consistency is the key. You know, I think our defense matches up well. You know, I think we're more physical up front. It's just, you know, we got to execute and, you know, pick up our assignments. And, you know, we get some guys back this week, so, you know, we're almost to full strength, and, you know, we'll see how we do.
Yeah, interesting. Well, and looking at the Archbold team, they don't look to have that big physical presence that we've seen against a couple of these ball teams this year, but that's always been Archbold. They're quicker normally. They like to get some quick hitters and try to make you try to catch them in space.
Yeah.
Same team?
Yeah, same thing. And, you know, offensively, that's what they do. They get the ball out of the box quick and then try and, you know, run enough to keep you honest. Defensively, you know, they're small and they're athletic. So, you know, we got to move our feet. You know, we got to step to our assignments on the offensive line. And, you know, if we catch a hold of them, you know, we can definitely drive them off the ball. You know, you're going to see a little different. You know, we're going to move the ball on the perimeter more and, you know, open it up a little bit. You know, and not just sticking our inside, because if we pack the box, they're going to pack it and, you know, take the legs out, and, you know, they're just going to jam it up. So we're going to open up some run lanes.
Yeah, interesting, because we've seen that a couple times, and it seems like you've got to start catching some footballs though before people are going to honor that, yeah. You know. And I think the tape that everybody saw last week, all of a sudden, gosh, these guys are catching the ball now. We're going to have to honor those wide receivers.
Yeah, absolutely. I think we're going to be better on the passing game, and you know, what they give us in the secondary. You know, I like the matchup, so you know, hopefully we can go and get in the win column this week.
Got a homecoming game. That's always a good thing. This will be your first time to go through that here. You got a ready, set, relax on a Monday night. So yeah. Kind of a different football week for you guys this week.
Yeah, definitely. You know, with the short day today, and then, you know, next week homecoming. You know, it's everything's going to be shortened, and, you know, just you know, you adjust to it and you get the kids going, and, you know, that's all you can do.
What was practice like, or has it started? Because you started only on Monday right now, as we're doing this on Monday. Attitude's a little bit better after that ball game in Wasion, about the same?
You know, attitudes have always been good, you know, but I think the kids see that they're not a bad football team. And, you know, if they play and they execute, you know, they can play with anybody. You know, it's just we can't have the penalties and the missed assignments. And,
yeah.
You know, I think when we do that, we'll be okay.
Sounds good. Rest of the year looks like it's a pretty decent setup for you guys, though, too. I think get this one on Friday night, and maybe some things can start rolling between now and the end of the season.
Yeah. I think, you know, I like the teams we're playing, and I think we can do all right. And, you know, we'll just, we're going to give it the best shot we got.
Fantastic. That'll do it for this edition of The Extra Point. If it's Friday night, there'll be football. Remember, The Extra Point airs every week right before any of the replays of the football games, and also airs right before the football game on Friday night. If it's Friday, it's football here on BMU TV.